Escape with purpose is very much around escaping. It's escaping day to day, it's escaping, to some extent, the tyrannies of the home office. This is about getting people away for 2 days with an overnighter in a location that's befitting of the level of thinking or challenge or unpacking that needs to occur. You tend to use escape with purpose when you've got a large group of very senior people who are hard to get together, and you can't have the in-depth sort of basic strategic conversations in a series of short encounters. You need the time to sit there, to unpack it, to work through it. Most executives and boards are familiar with retreats. They know that it's very hard to get everyone's time together. So pushing out a retreat 3 months in advance doesn't seem as difficult as trying to find 5 short 2-hour conversations. These are not everyday activities. You use these when you've got big challenges that you need to unpack, or you've got a new group of people, a board or an executive that really need to work together. This is a good genesis for that work. So Escape with Purpose tends to involve a number of key steps. The first is working with the CEO or the chair or whoever has commissioned it to really understand what are you trying to get out of these conversations? What does success look like? What are you trying to unpack? Then there's a design process where we build the workshop and the materials to support the products at the end. Then we'll run the workshop, and workshops are highly diverse. It depends on the team, it depends on what we're trying to achieve, but they tend to involve small or large group facilitated activities, sometimes reflective work. A key thing about the Escape with Purpose is the location is actually quite important. You want a place where people are going to be comfortable, that's easy to get to, but there's also a whole lot of other reflective activity that I tend to run that helps unblock people to get them comfortable, to get them talking, and in many cases where they don't know each other, to help them better engage. A key thing that happens with running these 2-day format and long format workshops is that you create an institutional memory. You create an organisational memory where people will talk about this event. They'll talk about what happened. They'll talk about the drinks that happened. They'll talk about the challenge. They'll talk about what was difficult for them. They talk about what they like. This is as much about creating momentum to make the change that you believe is necessary to fix the things that you think need to be fixed. A key part of most of facilitatory design that I do is we design the workshop to reflect the product that you need at the end. These workshops often will land where they land as well. So sometimes we get further than we thought, sometimes we don't get as far. But you need a product at the end because you need something to tie people back to the experience, to rekindle what happened and to maintain that momentum. So we'll always produce a short summary that reflects the conversation.